Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for your next comic? Coming to the stage, one of our good friends, Mr. Tony Hill! Hello! How y'all doing? Oh, come on in. Alright, since everybody is talking about their weed stories, I have one. Is the only... And Chris just laughs. That's just great. This is the only time I have ever tried weed, and it was in an edible form. And, what happened was, my sister, for her birthday, had gotten, like, a whole thing of pot brownies for her birthday by a friend. So, I was so curious about like what it felt like, what it was. So I was just like, hey sis, can you think that I could maybe like have a little bit of it? Because I never tried any of it. So she gave me like the equivalent of like a VHS tape. For those that are unaware, a VHS tape was the ship before DVDs. And but she said she was very adamant, like only at the most only eat a quarter of it. Like, okay, I can do that. So I get home. And like I try it. It is first off, this is a fudge brownie. I cannot just eat. I eat the whole fucking thing in one sitting. So, long story short, I spent the next 2.5 hours laughing my ass off at a television that was not turned on. And then I slept for approximately 18 hours. And then I told my sister this, and she was, and this is a sentence I never thought my sister would ever tell me. I am never giving you pot ever again. So, that is the extent of my pot story, and hope that. So, just so everybody's aware, I have been through like so many jobs throughout the course of my life that I have developed stress-induced seizures. And they really flare up like when I get up on here and I get really nervous and I get, well, not up here, but when I get really stressed out or something. So Brooklyn, just FYI, if you see me like going into convulsions and drinks are getting backed up, you can just put a shaker in my hand, you know, and it'll be all right. And turning on my side, you know. Just be safe about it here. So, stupid question: how many of y'all have divorced parents? I'll just say, let's just say everybody. Okay, how many? Okay, who here got the divorced parents at a fairly young age? Brooklyn, how old were you when your parents divorced? Oh, okay. Okay, my parents. Oh, okay. Well, shit. Okay. My parents did divorce when at a very traumatic age for me. I was 29. Anyway, but it really got to a point where after my parents divorced, my mom was trying to date again, but the first time she actually tried, my dad just had to go in and intervene. And she did not care for that, so she's been kind of on a fuck men crap. It's not that she's got a whole fuck men thing going on. She actually has her own farm comprised entirely of all female animals. I shit you not. She has a female horse, a female donkey, like 3 chickens and 3 goats. It's like ranch fuck men. While we're on the topic, Men, do you find that when girls want to fuck reverse cowgirl, do you find that a little insulting? Because I do. Reverse cowgirl to me says, okay, I want to fuck you, but I don't want to look at you. So, so I feel like they just like, no, let me do it this way, it'll be really hot. Like, no, they just don't want to look at you. They just convinced you, like, I want you to watch my ass. And just, no.
But how good a fuck was it?
That's not the point. I've always wanted to learn another language, specifically Spanish, and I will tell you why. Because it's not because I want to have this air of sophistication about me or anything like that. No. Because I frequent a lot of Mexican restaurants, as you can probably tell, and I want to know what the people are saying to me as I walk in. Now, anybody that knows me knows I ain't got a hateful bone in my body, so this is not a racial thing. This is all paranoia. Because, like, back in the day when I was like 17, 18, 19 years old, I used to work at Wendy's. And, like, this is just an observation, a predominant portion of the people that I worked with were Mexican. And they were very nice people, and they had what I thought was a nickname for me. The nickname was Gordo. And see, people are getting it already. They were just like, hey, Gordo! And it was just like, hey! I was so dim-witted, I did not know what it meant. Found out years later, Gordo is Spanish slang for fat boy. So, yeah, I was not very happy about that. Now, I am going to end my set with a little trick. And Shay, I will need your participation, please. So I'll need you to come up here. That's kind of how it works. These. Shay! Okay. What I have in my hand is a quarter. I want you to look on the other side, and there is a horse on the tail side of that quarter, right? Yeah. Now, if you can tell me what breed of horse that is, I will give you $20. You have two guesses.
Seabiscuit.
That's a name, not a breed.
I don't know horses. I'm Yankee.
No, this is a quarter horse. I'm Tony Helms, everybody. Thank you.
Wow, that was the daddest dad joke I've ever heard in my life. Wow. Always stick with that. Never be sorry for a joke.
The street got me like